What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today the Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons had a game against each other and the Bulls end up losing the game. We have tied the season series against Detroit. They have beaten us twice this season. We have beaten them twice this season, but an ultimately embarrassing game. Again, to know that you're pretty much a third of Detroit's wins. They played 9 games. They've beaten us twice, so just under a third of their wins is quite embarrassing, to be honest. And the way that the Bulls play today is quite embarrassing as well. So look, we're going to get further into it in this video. Before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Bulls game today. Your player of the game. Just how embarrassing is this loss for you guys? In the end, we lost this game 105-95, so it ended up being a double-digit loss in the end. But there's one stat that I think will truly, in every sense of the word, explain how the Bulls lost today. The Bulls' shots from the three-point line, 2 from 29. If you don't know what that means, the Bulls shot 29 threes in this game. Out of all 4 quarters, 29 threes were shots and 2 of them were made. That, in the modern NBA, is considered an embarrassment. I said in the live stream, I'm starting to miss Patrick Williams and Torrey Craig a little bit, because you can question Patrick Williams all that you like. You can question Torrey Craig all that you like. You know, Patrick Williams often gets criticized by the Chicago Bulls fan base, but the guy is a consistent 40% from three-point shooter. And we just could not buy a bucket from the three-point line. Kobe's shooting threes and missing threes. Vucevic shooting threes and missing threes. Heck, the only three-point shots that we made was by Vucevic, was like 1 from 5 from the three-point line, and Dalen Terry was the other guy to make a three-point shot for the Bulls. You know, it's staggering to me how again, look, three-point shots, you know, you'll have good games and bad games, but I've never seen in a long time the Bulls only make 2 threes in a game. That I can't remember the last time that happened, but that was an absolute joke of a game from the Chicago Bulls. And again, I can't see, again, I need AK to explain it to me. I wish I could be in a FaceTime call or something with him. I need him to explain to me on what merits this Chicago Bulls team is competitive in. Because I'll tell you what, you look at the Pelicans game and oh my goodness, the Bulls are competitive. We just did it. We beat the Pelicans. How did we do that? The 5th team in the Western Conference. Up there is one of the best. And then you come down to Detroit, who had 8 wins coming into this game, who was on a second night of a back-to-back, who lost in controversial fashion the last game against the Knicks. And they come out and they absolutely flog the Bulls in their own home turf. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't. Someone explain it to me. How that is the definition of competitive. Another clutch game for the Bulls technically. So look, if you're looking at, oh look, we've got clutch games. Oh, we're always in close games in the 4th quarter. Then yeah, we might be competitive by that merit. But we just lost to the worst team in the Eastern Conference and we've done it twice this season. So don't tell me anything about competitiveness. I don't understand how people can truly say it with a straight face that we are competitive. Is that a championship team that you saw out there today? 2 3-point shots made. Is that a championship team you just saw losing to Detroit? Is that a championship team you just saw getting outworked by a team on the second night of a back-to-back and is last in the league? Outworked by Detroit. Let alone, you can forget about the skill and whatnot. Of course, I will always admit, the Bulls have a better skill level than the Detroit Pistons. But to get outworked in your home turf against a team on the second night of a back-to-back is probably the biggest joke I've heard all day, outside of the shooting that the Bulls had. How did we let Detroit just abuse us in transition all night? How did we let that happen? And how was our offense so repetitive the entire game? We had a couple of good performances offensively, I'm not even going to lie. DeMar DeRozan, really good offensively today. Vucevic, really good offensively today. Andre Drummond, really good offensively today. But our offense was still the same stuff. Nothing really changed from our offense. I feel bad for Kobe White in many ways. Again, he struggled so much in the last week. We can't deny that. But why is the guy getting the ball handling responsibilities when he's being double teamed every possession, or where he's getting trapped every possession, or every time he drives, they like build a wall against him so that he can't really do much with the ball? Why is he getting the ball handling responsibilities if that's happening to him? Why can't we adjust for once? The only adjustment we made today is we played the big man lineup, and I'll give Billy Donovan the credit. The big man lineup for me today at least worked, but every other aspect of the game we got cooked in. We got destroyed in. The only category the Bulls actually led in today was points in the paint and rebounding. Look, I'm going to just throw this as a one-off game. I have no other choice to do that, because even in the losses that we have faced, I've never seen the Bulls shoot 2 from 29 or 28 or whatever it is from the three-point line. I've not seen that happen in my lifetime. Honestly, in my lifetime, I could truly say it. I've seen the Bulls shoot bad from 3. I've seen the Bulls make 4 3-point shots in a game, but never this bad. Never this bad. And I can't remember the last time it happened, if it ever did happen. So I'm going to have to throw this out as just a one-off game that we'll probably not see for a while. But it's still a joke. It's still embarrassing. It's embarrassing to lose to Detroit at home. It's embarrassing on the second night of a back-to-back. It's embarrassing when you need guys to step up and they don't step up. It's embarrassing the fact that half of our bench... I'm going to double-check this. I want to know, truly, how many points out... Is Andre Drummond our only bench scorer today? That's what I want to see. So Andre Drummond had a 20 and 11 night, and the only other scorer on this team was Dalen Terry off the bench, who made a 3. One of our only 3s in the game. So Dalen Terry scored 3 points, and Andre Drummond scored 20 points. Andre Drummond was technically a starter today. He played 27 minutes in the game. So I'm looking at Terry Taylor. I'm looking at Javon Carter. And I'm thinking to myself, especially Javon Carter, because the guy missed an open layup, airballed every shot that he took. I'm thinking to myself, we signed Batim. There's even Funk on this team. Julian Phillips is on this team. Adama Sonogu is on this team. Henry Drell is on this team. They're all off the bench today, not playing. And you're telling me we couldn't put one of those guys on the court to make a difference? The Bulls made 2 3-point shots, but Tim is a good 3-point shooter. You couldn't think of chucking him in the game? Henry Drell is a good 3-point shooter. You couldn't think of chucking him in the game? Even Funk, Andrew Funk, I barely know this guy, but I know he shoots 39% from the 3-point line. You couldn't think to chuck him in this game? Wasn't this the same coach that chucked in Matt Thomas every now and again to chuck up 3-point shots for the Bulls? Why couldn't we do that in this game where it clearly was needed? I don't get it. There's just too much things going wrong for this Bulls team. And I'm going to end it by saying this. What I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to say now. No one can look me dead in these eyes, these dirty glasses looking eyes, and tell me that this team is designed to win a championship. This team is designed to be competitive. AK said we are competitive. We are not competitive. You don't be competitive by being minus 500, playing in every clutch game in the competition. You pretty much, even against bad teams, you're still in clutch games. Yes, you might have won more clutch games than you've lost, but you're still minus 500. That is not competitive. Again, I've said this before as well. If the play-in tournament didn't exist, where would the Bulls be right now? I'll tell you where they would be. Out of the playoffs, on vacation, enjoying the Maldives or wherever they decide to go on vacation. That's where the Bulls would be if the play-in tournament doesn't exist. So now the play-in tournament does exist, and we have the excuse that we're competitive. That's absolute garbage. Don't give me that nonsense. I'm sorry, AK. I'm not the type of person to disrespect. Again, people know me. I don't want to disrespect people. I don't want to say you're wrong or come at you in these types of ways. But it's the same song and dance for 3 years. At some point, my mental health is coming into question here, watching this Bulls team. I can't sit here and say this Bulls team is competitive. I can't keep lying to myself. And Bulls fans are not lying to themselves. But maybe the front office is. So it's time to change it. This is going to be a really rough end to the season for us. Win or lose. We just know what we are, and it just sucks. Thank you for watching. My player of the game is Vucevic, I don't know, or Drummond. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.